live. What's up, bro?
Chilling, man.
That's what's up, man. So yeah, this is the first podcast back since last season because we took the summer off to enjoy the summer weather. I know over there it's always hot though in South Carolina, but here it's actually like a nice change of weather where it changes. Fall's coming up soon, so it was just nice, man. Just trying to enjoy the weather, enjoy the summer. You don't get that.
It's actually really nice today. It was 72 all day. I think the high was 75.
Oh, over there?
75 and cloudy, so it felt chilly today, which was really good.
So all like year round, what's the average temperature over there since you've lived there for a while?
High 70s, like low 80s all year.
Oh, so you say
sometimes in December for like 2 weeks it'll get to like 30, but that's it.
So it's probably like Florida, you would say.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. There's no fall. I remember when I used to live in Savannah, there was nothing really changed except in the winter. Like sometimes it'd get like the lowest it would get was 30.
Yeah, same here.
And that's it.
Yeah,
which is nice, you know, because it's like you could play ball there year round.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't say you suck at basketball. You're just not putting in the work. At least here, you know, in New England, people could be like, yeah, you know, it's because the winter. I gotta go to indoor court. Can't play outdoor.
That's always an excuse for everything.
So I got an excuse, you know, if you ever play 1-on-1 and I lose, that's why.
Yeah, that's why.
So talking about the summer, did you see the Olympics this year? The NBA Olympics or the USA Olympics?
I watched a couple of games and they lost horribly. So
yeah,
unfortunately, I watched a couple of games they lost, but they're about to break up the entire team.
Yeah, well, I feel like the only dude that was actually doing good was Anthony Edwards. I heard a lot of good things about him this year.
Yeah, he was doing really good.
A lot of people are saying he's not coachable because of the incident he had with Steve Kerr, but I think what he was saying is true. If he's the only one scoring right on the team, that many points, why aren't you going to put him on in the game? You know, and that's
Steve Kerr is known for doing that shit though. When Klay Thompson was about to break the all-time scoring record, he had 60 something in the third. He sat him down.
Yeah, I don't know why he does that. It's weird. Maybe he's jealous since he was a player before. You know, and he kind of looks like Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, not on my team.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy though.
Yeah, I know they're about to break up that entire team because LeBron James said he's trying to go back. Devin Booker, Damian Lillard, Jason Tatum, Steph Curry, Kyrie, Anthony Davis, they're all going back.
I heard that LeBron James is going back because Brooks scored 40 points or something like that.
Brooks scored 40 points on them and beat him to win I think it was the bronze medal.
Damn.
You know, y'all suck when Dylan Brooks is scoring 40 on you.
Dylan Brooks.
That's crazy, man.
What was his average last year in the playoffs? Was 4 points? Something like that?
4 points, 6 fouls.
Scoring 40 points. And that's crazy because that's international, right? It's not just like America. And I know the Chinese people watch the NBA too more than anybody else. But when it's international and you're scoring 40 points, that's disrespectful, man. Against the USA team.
How did you feel about I forgot his name, the track star that was making fun of the USA basketball team?
I think his opinion was right on the money because if you think about it, USA basketball is top tier. It's number one. It should be number one every year.
Yeah,
right? And when it's not, it's almost like a slap in the face when other USA Olympians are getting gold and they can't keep up. You know what I'm saying? I don't even they get third place this year.
Oh, they got fourth. I think they lost to Dylan Brooks for third place.
Damn.
But no, he said that whenever a team wins in the United States, they say world champion on their hats and everything. But he said you're not a world champion, you just won in the United States. But everybody was like, oh, you're stupid, the best competition is here, and then they go and they don't even win first place. They don't place top 3. Yeah. So that's why I think all these players are going in because now they're pissed off, saying damn, he was right.
Yeah, I mean the truth is that when it comes to NBA, since it's born and raised in America, right? You should be winning first Like,
Mhm.
not if not every year, almost every year.
Yeah.
Like, there's no if and buts about it. I mean, I don't know what's going on. Maybe it was the coaching staff. Maybe they were bumping heads with the players. You know, that has a big factor on things too. Maybe the cohesiveness isn't there. Like, they don't know how to play together, type thing. So
Yeah. But also, if you think about it, like, probably I'd say the best player in the league is an American.
yeah, I mean, I heard from
That's another thing. Yeah.
other players though that the NBA isn't the toughest league out there when it comes to basketball. There's other leagues out there that are like
I think
way better.
Luka Doncic said that scoring is harder in Europe.
What do you think about that? You think he's spot on that?
I agree because it goes back to that same thing that everybody says the defense in the 80s was harder. Now nobody plays for the love of the game. They play for the money. So now they don't give a shit. Whether I
Yeah.
win or lose, I'm still getting paid. So why would I give you 100% if it's not going to affect my paycheck? Like, why would I risk getting hurt and getting traded when I'm just getting paid regardless? And it's a shitty mindset to have because like, the game's not fun now.
Yeah, that's the mindset now with a lot of athletes. It's like it's not about the belts, right? Like in fighting, it's
Yeah.
not about winning the championship. It's about how much money you make. And I think, yeah, like you're saying, that does take away from the game because if you're just thinking about financials, you know, that's why a lot of players are thinking about their health, right? First and
Yeah.
foremost, their bodies, right? And a lot of teams rest players in the NBA. So
Mm-hmm.
when you go to watch a game, right? Like sometimes I'll watch an NBA game and I'm trying to see Steph Curry play, but he's not playing. He's resting, quote, quote, because I don't know, his knee or something like that.
Yeah. That's what they said about. They asked Giannis that question, and he said, no, I'm sorry, not Giannis, Bam Adebayo. They asked him, like, why don't you take any like games off? Because he played like, I think it was like 2 or 3 seasons in a row where he didn't miss a single game. And he said, because growing up, my parents would scrape their last dollars to take us to basketball games. And he said, you don't know how many people do that to go watch me play. And I sit out that game that this person had been saving for months to go see. And now I robbed them of that experience.
Yeah.
So not only do I play every game, but I play every game like it's a playoff game. And if you watch him play, he's one of the only players that gives it all. That gives it his all the entire time he's playing.
Yeah, it's almost like the Kobe mentality, right? You playing every game like that. Allen Iverson was like that. A lot of the elites back then, back when we used to watch it growing up, I think it was like early 2000s. That was still the mentality. Now it's switched up to that, and I think ever since Steph Curry got like 200 something million for 4 years, that changed the game. Once that happened, people were just thinking about the bag, and that's it.
Yeah, that is sad, but
yeah,
that's how it's gonna be from now on, man.
How do you feel about the NBA this year, though?
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't see any single like rookies coming into the league that I gave a shit about. It's all the same thing. Everybody just wants to shoot threes now.
How about the kid from the Spurs? What's his name? The French dude. I forget his name.
Oh, Victor. Yeah. I don't know how to pronounce it. It starts with a W.
Yeah, Wembanyama.
That's the only one. Something Wembanyama, some shit like that. I'm excited to see him get dunked on because he's talking way too much shit, man. He's talking way too much, and I'm waiting for John Morant to just rip his arm off when he goes up there.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be that hard to get dunked on for him because he's a twig. He's like probably skinnier than Kevin Durant when he came in that game. So,
and that's another thing, dude. The centers, like even 10 years ago, like they were not built like this. These are little kids, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely interested in seeing the Warriors this year with Chris Paul. It's a smaller lineup because you have Chris Paul, point guard, shooting guard, Steph Curry, obviously, and then small forward is Thompson, and then you got Green, which is like he's like 6'9" as probably power forward. So lineup is really small, but I just want Chris Paul to at least win one championship.
Dude, I don't like him.
Oh, you don't like him? Why not?
I think he's a dirty fucking player. Ever since when was it? I want to say when the Lakers were playing the Rockets. No, not the Lakers. I know LeBron James was playing against him one day in the playoff game, and he tried to break his fucking arm. Like he grabbed it, like his arm was backwards, and he pulled on it. So I'm like, dude, like that's the Godfather. Chris Paul is the Godfather of LeBron's kids. and you're trying to do that shit to win a ring. Like, he's a fucking dirty player. And the same shit, the fight he had with Rajon Rondo, like, I don't want him to win shit ever, man.
Yeah, I think when you're in that competitive mindset, you're not thinking about, oh, we're family and stuff like that. Because I remember the wars we used to have back in the day with Munchie playing in the playground and stuff like that. He wouldn't care. He'd follow you, and that's just how it is, just competitive mindset. So I don't think he's thinking about that at the time. I mean, I think he's just frustrated because he hasn't won yet. So that's where that dirtiness, right? That dirty play comes into that, because if you haven't won anything, you're just frustrated mentally, probably physically, you know, giving it how many years you've been giving it your all and you still haven't won anything. So
yeah,
maybe a little bit of jealousy.
What bothers me with him is that they call him point guard, and like I've had this conversation with like 5 or 6 people, and I say, what the fuck has he done to be called point guard? Like what has he actually done that he's number one in?
I mean, I think in terms of like fundamentals, right? When he goes in the game, he takes control of the game. And I think that's what they mean by
I will agree with that, because when he was in the Rockets, that he took him from like they had like a first round exit or some shit. They went all the way to the conference finals.
Yeah.
And he got injured in game 6 because I want to say what's his name? Zaza Pachulia. I think the same year he injured Kawhi Leonard, he injured Chris Paul in the conference finals.
Because, I know who you're talking about.
Dude, they were up 3-1. They were up 3-1, and after Chris Paul got hurt, they got out.
Yeah, I think the same thing happened to him. I think it was last year with the Suns. He got injured, and that's probably why they didn't go that far. But man, I just want him to win at least one. I think he deserves it. I know he's like you're saying, he's a dirty player. I think once he wins that one, though, he'll probably retire. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Just win it and retire. Call it a day, man.
Yeah, like if you want to play for stats, go ahead. But I mean, he's got the money. He's got the stats already. I know he's probably not number one in anything, but he's up there, probably top 5 in a lot. You know?
Yeah, probably assists and steals and stuff.
Definitely assists. I know every game he's at least 10 assists a game at least. So
yeah, but playing with Kevin Durant and Booker, fuck.
Yeah, I know they don't miss, man.
Yeah.
If they miss, it's hard. Like them missing, the percentage of them shooting is what, like 70% every game. Lowest like 50%, which is not bad in the NBA. But yeah, talking about, because I know we were talking about seasons and stuff. I'm just curious, what's your favorite season of the year?
I had this conversation with Chloe a couple of days ago, because she asked me, would you rather it always be hot or always be cold?
Yeah.
She said cold and I said hot, but thinking about it, I prefer fall, like sweater weather.
Yeah.
Like where I can go outside in a t-shirt or throw on a hoodie if I wanted. It doesn't make a difference. That's my favorite weather.
Yeah, same here. I feel like it's not too hot or too cold, and you can enjoy, like, that's what I like to dress up in, is like sweaters and like, jeans and stuff like that. I don't mind the summer. That's probably my second, and then maybe spring comes third. I like spring too, because summer's getting close once the spring comes and stuff like that. I hate the winter though.
I like winters here because it doesn't snow. It just gets cold, so I'm good. I hate the snow.
Yeah, snow sucks, man. Shoveling that snow and horrible, man.
And everybody that tells me they prefer winter have never lived in a place where it constantly snows, like in Massachusetts.
Yeah, and it's like, not even. It's like blizzards, bro. It's not even like we're just gonna get a little dusting. Nah, it's your car's covered like a foot.
I think the year we moved, the winter, we moved in summer. The winter before that, it snowed like 119 inches throughout the whole winter. So my dad said, "Fuck this, we're gone." We moved that summer.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, man. Especially if you have street parking in Boston.
Yeah,
that's the worst, because the plows come and sometimes they hit your car and
that's sucks, crazy.
Man. Then your car gets rusty with the snow and the salt.
Yeah, where we used to live, people were assholes because they like. Me and my dad would go shovel out, like take all the snow from his car, shovel out the parking spot, and then as soon as we leave, somebody would just move their car to the one that we shoveled.
Yeah, see.
So that we'd have to come back and shovel another one for him to park in. Hell no. Nah.
Yeah, and if you put a chair, they don't care. You put a chair.
No, they move that shit, man.
Yeah, they move it out, cones or whatever.
Yeah.
But talking about this summer, though, I actually did enjoy the summer this year a lot. Me and my wife, we went to Mystic, and I remember I told you that about that in Connecticut. A lot of good food, a lot of good places to eat, a lot of good places to shop if you're into shopping. I know we were shopping specifically for Christmas ornaments because we collect them for the tree.
Okay.
So that's something we do as a couple. And we found a couple cool ones. And I was also interested in that anime shop that I talked to you about. I think it's called Arasu in Mystic, Connecticut. So if you guys are around Connecticut, definitely check that shop out. They have a lot of books, a lot of everything and anything you could think of, collectibles. They even had samurai swords. I know you collect those.
Yeah.
They had a cool one, a red and black one, like dual edge. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
That's cool, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, definitely we got to go there when you come back down and check it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to go up soon.
Yeah, it's definitely a good place to go if you're into that stuff.
Yeah, it's not really any anime shops down here. We just have like Books A Million and Barnes and Noble, but that's it. They're just the only spots to buy like the manga, like the books. But other than that, that's it, man. It's not really that many options.
Unless you go to like a comic book store, and that doesn't have a lot, right? When you go there.
No, I mean the comic book stores here are strictly comic books. Like it's very rare to find anything anime in here, and the stores that do have it, since they're the only ones that have it, is super overpriced.
Yeah, I mean over there it was a little overpriced, but I could see why, because there were collectibles. Like if you was to buy that thing, you would not play it. You put it on a shelf, like basically what you have there, and that's it. You look at it because you love anime. Definitely a lot of things like that.
Yeah, there is one store here. Where is it? I think it's in Tanger Outlets, like 20 minutes from my house. It they opened up for a couple months. I went there, dude. I almost came home with like a $300 figure. I'm so glad I didn't buy it. It was like a full resin figure. It was like 3 feet tall, like 3x2. It was huge, beautiful figure, very detailed. I was like, oh man.
Yeah, but it's expensive.
I almost bought that.
Yeah, I saw one over there for $298. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
The price is
crazy.
Man. I mean, but they're also alongside with that stuff, like the collectibles. There's a lot of comics or books, right? I don't know what you call them, but anime books. And they had like rows and rows of books, man, just like a ton. I wanted to take more pictures, but I took a couple and I sent you 2 of those like big
the life-size statues.
Yeah, the figures. But they were looking at me, and I felt kind of uncomfortable. You know, I don't know if they wanted me to take pictures or whatnot, but
yeah,
definitely a cool shop though. I'm gonna take you there next time you come down.
Yeah, definitely.
It's only like 40 minutes too. It's not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
But talking about that, I'm just curious. What's your favorite anime? Like, we can go. Let's do this. What's your favorite anime character? Then what's your favorite anime like show or series? And then tell us why a little bit.
Oh man, that's actually a hard question. I can't just put it down on one character, but I'll say my favorite show is probably Naruto. Because believe it or not, it actually taught me a lot of like life lessons, like work your ass off so you get what you want. Because the character Naruto came from absolutely nothing. Like everybody hated on him because he had like a demon fox trapped inside him, so everybody was scared of him. Nobody fucked with him at all. And he said basically, so what he wanted to be was called Hokage, which is like the king of the village, like the leader. And everybody like laughed at him, but he worked his ass off enough until he got there. And I think that was dope. But that actually shows like, and even like, when he was fighting and everything, he just like, I don't know, never gave up on nothing. But that's definitely the character that showed me a lot, like taught me a lot of life lessons.
And I feel like also, you know, I know this is probably an old one, but Pokemon was kind of the same way, right?
Yeah, dude, did you know he finally won the fucking tournament, like the trainer medal? He finally won it this year.
Yeah, I saw a clip on TikTok about this lady who had followed it her whole life since she was little. And she finally saw like the last trailer of the last episode or whatever it was going to be. And I didn't know it was this long. But anyway, she started crying. She was like crying because it was like the last episode.
That's insane.
Yeah, how long has it been going on for?
I just
though?
started an anime. Oh, over 20 years, dude.
Yeah.
That show's older than me.
Yeah, can't keep up.
Yeah. Uh-huh. I started one called One Piece that is currently at like, I want to say like 1,200 episodes and still going.
Damn.
Yeah, it's been out for a while, but it's still going.
Yeah,
That was pretty dope.
I like so growing up, right? The only anime we had, and anime meaning like it comes from, what does it come from? Japan, right? Those animations.
Yeah.
So I think the only ones that I would watch were Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z, and then I got a little into Yu-Gi-Oh at one point.
Oh, yeah.
But that was it, and I never finished any of the series because Pokemon was super long. You had to literally catch them all. I don't even know if Ash caught them all or not. I'm still like, how many of them do you have? You know, I don't know. And then the Dragon Ball Z, there's different ones now. There's like one in space, one where one of the characters like it's just a strictly a trainer now, and he's just training all the Super Saiyans or whatever. So there's so many. And then Yu-Gi-Oh, it was just like, it was almost like Pokemon, but like robots mixed with it. Yeah. So I didn't really like that one too much.
Actually, dude, speaking of Dragon Ball Z, I remember when I was in middle school, they were doing the reruns, and I wasn't really into anime when I was younger. So when I was around middle school, when I picked it back up, I used to wake up every Saturday morning with my dad at 8 in the morning to eat breakfast because Dragon Ball Z was going to be put on Cartoon Network at like, no, not Cartoon Network. I forgot what channel it was.
WB
they put it every morning, something like that. Yeah, CW. That's what it was. Yeah. CW. They put it every morning at like at 10. At 10. So we were watching every episode like on Saturdays, but it sucked because, dude, the intro, it's like 6 minutes. Then you get like 8 to 10 minutes of action, and then next time on Dragon Ball Z, and you're like, "Fuck, man!"
And it always leaves you in a cliffhanger, like they're about to fight
every
or something. That's why I hated that show. I was like, man, I can't watch this.
Dude, one thing I never liked was that in the beginning, like the introduction, they would fucking spoil the episode. Like he'll say like the title, he'll be like Dragon Ball Z episode 10, Goku reaches Super Saiyan. You're like, what the fuck, man?
Question mark?
I get excited, bro. Yeah.
It's like a question mark, but it's almost like a statement question mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every episode, man.
That's one of the I really like Dragon Ball Z, but that's one of the reasons why I didn't like ever finish it because of that. Next on Dragon Ball Z. It's like, dude, what's gonna happen? And then you're like 10 years old trying to watch it, and you end up being frustrated the whole day because you don't know what's gonna happen till like next Saturday at 10. That's if you wake up. You know?
Yeah, that's if I wake up or my parents don't have plans, because then I'll go like 2 Saturdays where we got to do something, and then they're fighting a completely different person. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
And you got to go to your aunt's house because there's a birthday party or something. And you're pissed off at the birthday party.
Yeah.
Yo, talking about those birthday parties, man. Growing up, you ever had any of those like birthday parties where all the cousins were around and you guys were playing like outdoor games and stuff? You don't remember?
I'd say I watched a lot of you guys do it because I was never like old enough to play with you guys. My mom would never let me, but I did like grow up watching everybody play.
I used to hate
when
those.
I was old enough, I didn't want to play them. Yeah.
I used to hate those games. My mom would make me play. You're gonna play because it's your cousin's birthday. Like it's like me playing the game is gonna make my cousin happy.
No, I do remember doing like the egg runs where they'd give you the spoon and put an egg on the front and you just had to run. I remember those.
Oh yeah, those were fun. The what are they called? The field day games.
Yeah. I did play like a couple games. I couldn't play all of them because she wouldn't let me.
Yeah, you were small. That's why if we were probably like 13, you were probably like what 4, 5 maybe.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, so playing with like 13-year-olds, and if you're playing musical chairs or something, you're gonna get hurt because they're gonna sit on you. You're so small.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, fun times back then, man. I remember those cousin parties. Like you never wanted to go, just wanted to go for the cake and the piñata if they had it for the candy. That's it.
Yep. That's true, man. And then when you get older, you actually go to see your cousins because it's dope.
Yeah, I mean, we had a lot of sleepovers, man. A lot of sleepovers with the cousins and just hanging out. We used to order back then at sleepovers. We used to do the 555 deal from Domino's. I know me and Amber were talking about it like a couple podcasts ago. But yeah, we used to do that back when that was going on. So we just ordered. When everyone go to sleep, we ordered, and then the guy would come and it'd be like, don't, we tell him like not to like knock hard. So he just like lightly knock, and then we'd open the door and grab the pizza. It was fun, man. Watching movies. Back then, the movies that were popping was like Matrix, you know, things like that. Lord of the Rings back then.
I think I didn't really do any of that because I never had because it's my age. And the closest ones to my age were you guys. So like when I got older, we all started hanging out.
Yeah, and
it was dope. But
and I think it was
I didn't have anybody my age.
I think growing up too, though, you only had Idali. That's it.
Yeah, but she would fucking lie.
And
it was things I would do, so I'd stay away from her.
Yeah, but also like at that when you're that little, it's like she's a girl and you're a boy, so it's like like you don't want to play with a girl, you know?
Yeah.
So I get it. I mean, growing up for me, the older like cousins, I would say for me, were Eli. And let me see, Eliel, but he lived far. And I mean, I would really hang out with your dad a lot. He was like 10 years older than me though, so that was a big gap right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's just age differences kind of sucks when it's like you have no one else to kind of hang out with, you know? Until you get a little older, then you can relate.
Whenever like all the family from Puerto Rico would go like to your house like once a year that everybody would get together, I would really hang out with Fanny a lot, like Asi and Fanny, because they were really close to my age.
Yeah.
Which they were like, I'd say like 2-3 years of a difference, maybe 4.
Yeah, and
but those were the closest ones.
They weren't typical girls. Like they do guy things. Like they'd play basketball and sports and stuff like that. But Idalia wasn't really into that stuff. She was more into like video games, and to this day she's still into video games. So
yeah,
but hopefully we'll get her on one of these podcast episodes too. I know she wants to talk about the gaming stuff and everything.
Yeah, for sure, man. Speaking of gaming stuff, dude, I'm gonna have like my PC should be fully built by next week.
Oh, that's what's up.
To be built and ready to go, man. I'm excited for that.
You got everything already.
I'm gonna order the rest of the stuff Thursday, and it should be here by Monday.
So building the PC, was it hard or how simple was it? Because I was trying to do one at one point and I didn't get into it.
Dude, I've just been getting help. I don't know anything about it right now. When I'm gonna put all the pieces together, my friend Josh said he's gonna walk me through the process. Like he'll be here with me. He's gonna tell me what to do and have me do it, so I know, like if anything messes up, I know how to fix it in the future. So as of right now, I have no idea how to do anything with PC. I just wanted to do the switch from the PS5 over to that to play like more like different games.
Yeah, I mean the graphics on PC are unreal, man.
Yeah.
I mean, right. The thing is this. Like maybe 2 years ago it was unreal, and now consoles finally caught up. So you can only imagine, you know, because the thing is, you buy a console for like $500, right? Versus the PC that you buy for like, I don't know, maybe about the same price. Progressively, instead of buying another console when it comes out, you just change the parts, right? That you need.
Exactly. Yep.
And then there you go. You have an updated console pretty much.
Yeah. But also, dude, the parts for the PC that you can replace could be the same exact price as the console. So you could spend like $500 every, like once a year.
Yeah, but I'm saying technology-wise, the PC will last way longer than a console.
Yeah, dude, for
sure. Like PS3 right now, compared to what it was before, you know, this outdated right now. Like you play a PS3 game, and it to you it might look like a Nintendo 64 game. Now, remember?
Yeah, but back in the day, those graphics were the shit, man.
Yeah, man, that's the thing, though. It just keeps getting better. The TVs, everything just looks way clearer, like crisp. PS4 is still pretty good. You know, I haven't played PS5 on a like HD 4K screen yet, so I can't really say much about that. How's PS5 compared to PS4? I know you've played both, so.
I'd say the PS5 runs a little bit smoother. It's not really a huge difference. but it's definitely way smoother and like I'd say faster respawn time. But also that goes with if you're cleaning your PS4 and updating, like keeping up with the maintenance of it, like opening it once every couple of months and taking all that dust out, then you should be fine.
Yeah, I don't do that. I gotta do that. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's
PS4,
why
I
it
used to
lags.
do it to. Yeah, I used to do it to my OPS4 like every couple months because it would sound horrible. Like, you turn it on, it sounded like a fucking jet turbine going off.
Yeah, luckily mine doesn't sound like that. I honestly don't think it's that dirty, but it could be.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't know the dust that goes in and stuff. So
You'd be surprised, man. Because when I opened it the first time, I was like, "Holy shit!" It was just covered in dust. So I cleaned it with, the can that comes with air to clean like the keyboards. Just use that and spray it off a little bit. Take all that dust out, and you should be straight, man.
and then you vacuum it probably.
Yeah, you don't even have to because the can just gets all that stuff out.
Oh,
So the can is so you don't have to touch anything inside. Just the air pushes it all out.
yeah. Excuse me. A lot of those pieces are really fragile too. Like if you was to like, touch it with your finger or something and get like oil on your finger on it, it can get
Or even if you do the air can and you put it too close, you can damage it without even knowing.
Oh wow.
So you just have to do it. Yeah. You have to do it at like 5-6 inches away. You don't want to get too close to it.
So I heard also that that building a PC is fairly easy to do. I'm not saying that Abner, like, cause he built one, but I'm not saying that it was easy for him. But he told me it was easy. So I don't know.
Yeah. So far, everything's been pretty easy. Like learning the pieces that are going into it. So I pretty much know like what pieces go together. I just don't know how to set everything up inside of the PC box. So that's all it is, like the PC shell.
Like the layout.
So right now, like I know what pieces go to what, like out here. I just don't know how to put it all together like inside the box.
Yeah, because it's such a small space, right? That you're trying to compact everything into.
Yeah.
And it needs airflow as well.
Yeah, so I'm cooling mine with 6 fans and I'm water cooling it as well.
Oh, so that's like, you should have no problem with that.
Yeah, it shouldn't ever get hot.
Yeah, I definitely can't wait to see it. I know Admiral had one and it was dope. Like it lights up with all these lights, like LEDs inside. Mm-hmm. And it's almost like it's a display like case. So you can see it's like glass. You can see everything.
Yeah, so the case that I have has glass on 2 of the sides. So the front and one of the sides has glass. So that's the side I'm going to display, obviously, so you can see the lights and everything going on inside.
See, I was never into that, like displaying your computer, because I just want a workhorse, something that's powerful, that works great, works smooth, so I can like do the editing, the mixing, mastering, stuff like that. So I'm happy with mine. For sure. And I know mine, if I was to get like a glass case, everything would light up inside. But I don't really care too much about that stuff. So if I was to build something like that, it'd probably be like a sleeper PC, gaming PC, where I don't show it off. I just play with it, or whatnot, like video games. But no, that's definitely cool, man. And then you can also get controllers now too, so it's like having a console with the PC.
Dude, I can put my PlayStation remote. I can hook it up to the PC, so I don't even have to buy a new controller to play.
And you can change the layouts, I'm sure, in the game and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. That's ridiculous. I can modify any game I want to.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, man.
So if you want to play with, like, let's say you're used to Xbox, you can do an Xbox layout on the controller, even if it's a PS5 controller.
Yep.
That's mind blowing.
Yeah, dude, and you can mod a lot of the games. So if I want to play God of War and fucking switch out Kratos for SpongeBob, I can play the whole game like that.
That's ridiculous.
Dude, it's so dope, man. Yeah.
Oh, that's why in GTA they do some crazy stuff. Yep. You could literally play with the Hulk.
They're on PC. They're on PC.
Demolish everything. That's cool. Yeah. That's interesting. I've always wanted to be able to have full control of any game that I have, like character-wise and stuff like that.
They're coming out with, what's it called? It's a game, I believe it's called Everywhere. Have you ever seen the movie Ready Player One?
Yes.
It's going to be a video game just like that, where It's just going to be a huge world, and based on whatever game you want to play, you travel to that planet. So if you want to play a racing game, you can go to the racing planet. If you want to play shooting game, you go to the shooting planet. Horror game, there's a horror like planet for it. So that's dope because you can go in online with your friends. You can go solo. You can make new friends on there. It's exactly like the movie Ready Player One, and they're giving players the option to build onto the map as well. So you can expand the map. You can add games within the game so other people can play it.
That's insane.
So it looks dope. They said it should be coming out sometime next year.
And
So
then
I'm
it's
glad
only
I'm
for
gonna have a
PC.
PC.
It's only for PC strictly.
No. They said it'll be out for console as well. So I believe it's gonna be the new Xbox and the PS5 and PC. So I don't think they'll put it out for the 4 because it's gonna be like way too big of a game.
Yeah, PS4 is definitely getting not obsolete, but it's a little outdated. And it's ridiculous because PS4 is a really, really awesome console.
Yeah.
It was probably one of the best PlayStation consoles out at the time, right? You went from PlayStation 1, 2, and 3, and then 4 came out and it blew everything out the water. Yeah. I mean, it was competing, I think, with Xbox One or something like that at the time, too. Which was
so PS5. What I did, I went from PS2 to Xbox 360, and then I bought a PS4, and then I got the 5 after that. But for sure, I think when the PS4 came out, it was definitely the best one, the best console for its time.
So
I don't think Xbox was competing with it.
Right now, what's the best console right now? That's like up there with
PC. To me, is the PS5. I think the PS5 is up there competing because I think it was last year when Elden Ring came out. The best place to play it was on PS5. It ran the smoothest because PS5 was the only thing that could handle it back then. So people would have to actually modify their PCs to make it look better, but it just looked great off of PS5. So I think that the PS5 was the best when it came out. Now, obviously, like there's been new graphic cards and everything, so now I say PC is still number one, and then I'd say PS5, then Xbox, and so on.
With PS5, can you update certain components in it, or no?
I mean, I'm sure you can. Like, if your PS5 is heating up, you can add like a base fan. Like, you can set it on the base as a fan to cool it.
I've seen that.
But I mean, I've never looked it up to see if I could do anything because, like I said, I've never had to because it just worked out perfectly fine for me.
Yeah, I would probably assume it's like space, like storage. You can update.
Yeah, you can add storage to it as well.
Probably power supplies. But in terms of like graphic cards and anything like that, is what you get. What you get is what you get. That's it.
I think that might be true. Yeah, because I've never seen anybody say they upgraded a graphics card for a PS5 or any other console.
Yeah, and I think that's why you're starting to see a move, and I think it's been happening over probably the last, I want to say like 8 years, that everyone's been going more towards PC. Yeah. Because of that freedom a gamer has, that you can do whatever you want in the game. You can play with whatever remote you want. It looks cooler, like definitely looks cooler with all the lights, and everything. You can display it. If you're streaming, it definitely looks amazing with the lights off. You have the computer lights on. Looks great. You cannot do that with any console. It just looks bland, plain. You can only play with one controller, sometimes. Yeah.
Also, with PC, you can play. The only reason I'm switching to PC is because you can get something called Game Pass, and you can play any PlayStation game and any Xbox game, any Nintendo game, anything you want to play, you can get on PC.
All right, I think I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to do the switch because.
Dude, any game for any console you can get on PC, and it's dope.
That's ridiculous. And so you're only playing like one subscription a month, probably yearly, whatever, and you can play anything.
I think my coworker told me it's like $10 a month, or you can do it yearly for like $100.
And any new game that comes out, well, it's not strictly for any console anymore. It goes to PC now, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh wow, like 90% of the games, I'd say.
I mean, I say the only ones that don't go straight to PC are like the exclusives for PlayStation. Like God of War doesn't go on PC for like a couple months, but then it's out.
I think for a couple of years, like maybe 5 years, that was going on, and it was okay. But now, if you start doing that, you're gonna lose money out on people buying your console and stuff because, like I said, people want that gamer freedom. There's too much stuff going on with streaming that, no one wants to be stuck on one console anymore. And then you're gonna, if you don't want to be stuck on that console, you're gonna have to buy 3 different ones because now you got Nintendo, Xbox, Microsoft, and then PlayStation, Sony. So, and then Nintendo doesn't really compete with those two, I don't think.
Yeah, I think Nintendo's its own thing. But again, like if you think about it, the Switch is untouchable. It's nothing like the Switch.
Yeah, if Nintendo was anyway at the time before, if they focused more on like VR stuff, how it is now, I think Nintendo would have been like blowing everybody out the water. But I think they focused on like remote control play with the Wii. Remember the Wii? I have one of those, and that was cool at the time. But I feel like it's very limited with what you can do and what you can play. Right? Yeah. There's not much you could do. I mean, PlayStation at one point was doing it, Xbox was doing it, but they didn't. It was not that great. And now with the VR stuff, it's just killing everything.
Yeah,
that's the new wave. Sure, the VR. I played one game in VR, and it's like you have to go out on an elevator and like jump off a diving board. And there wasn't water. It was just like the city. So you were like skydiving down, and it looked real. Like the way you're looking at it in the VR, your mind makes you feel that it's real. So you feel like you're really falling.
For sure.
And I thought that was cool. I don't know if PC does that. I'm pretty sure PC does like a VR version of stuff too, right?
I'm not sure. I haven't heard anything about it, but I also haven't looked it up.
I mean, I'm pretty sure with like Facebook has one, right? A VR series.
The Meta Quest, I think it's called.
Yeah, and I think another. I don't know if it's separate from that, but I'm pretty sure like an online, has a VR, so like an online website or something has VR. So if you have a PC, you literally can do everything and anything. I've even seen mouse like a remote, like a mouse, Bluetooth, that you can use a gun and load it.
Oh yeah.
And that looks dope for like if you're playing like Call of Duty or Fortnite or whatever.
Another thing I was gonna say with PC, you know how when we go to play Hunt Showdown, we have to pay the $10 a month membership to be able to do it?
Yeah.
You don't need to do that shit on PC. You just go in and play it.
But you still have to play the Gamer Pass, right?
No. Like all that stuff. All you have to pay is the Game Pass, to have access to the games. But other than that, you don't have to pay for an online membership to be able to play with your friends online.
So basically, you're saying that you can get any game you want for a yearly subscription, and you don't have to pay another subscription. You're just paying one, and then you do everything. Because now with PlayStation, you buying the game, right? Then within the game, you have to buy things too, right? And then you still need to, if you want to play, you already bought the game, but you don't have the online. And you still have to pay online.
You need PlayStation Plus, dude. Yeah.
So I saw this thing. You're right, because I saw this thing on, I don't know, I think it was for the new 2K24. That you had to pay, you had to do all these fees to play. It was insane. Like you have to.
I wouldn't doubt it, man.
You have to buy the game, buy the subscription for NBA 2K24 tournaments or something like that, and then you still have to buy the PlayStation subscription if you want to play.
Yeah,
it's insane.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean nowadays, remember when games used to be like I don't know $49.99. And then it went up to like $59.99. Yeah, it's like $75.99 now for one game. And that's just the regular version. There's different versions too. There's like a deluxe version, a championship tournament version. Yeah. Ridiculous. Like what else? I mean, I get that you have to buy things within the game, but whatever happened to actually trying to beat the game to unlock those things? Remember when that was a thing? Now everybody wants everything unlocked.
They call it pay to win now. Because I can get 2K, I can get the new 2K, get all the subscriptions, and spend like $200, and my character's a 99 overall. I don't have to do any size, I don't have to do anything. I can go as my first NBA game as a 99 overall.
In tournaments with like players that are like 60%, bro.
The fucking 60 overall. I'd be shitting on them easily. Just because I have money and they don't, It's just fucked up, man.
So, I mean... Yeah, I think gaming is taking a turn now where it used to be a way for You know, I don't want to say this for everybody, but us growing up for poor kids to get away, right, and do something fun.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's turning more to the wheel where it's for rich kids, where it's like if you don't have money, you can't even play anymore. Basically, you
don't need talent now. Yeah.
If you buy a game now, the only way that you can play with your friends is if your friends are physically there and play with you, or if the game even allows you to play 2-player. Because nowadays it's like 1 player, that's it. A lot of the games are like that. I mean, that sucks, man. It takes away of the fun of the games, you know, the competitiveness of the game. Like when you used to try and beat the game. Now everything's online. People cheat. Like I was playing the UFC game, and I'm pretty good at it. I thought I was good, you know. But you get online, and then I don't know what's going on. It's either my PlayStation 4 is lagging or something, or they have the new one, the PS5, that they have like an upper hand on me where it's like they're faster. They have more stamina on the characters and stuff like that. It's weird. It's almost like a cheat code.
Yeah, man. So a lot of the games are like that. That's why, like, when we play Fortnite, I like that one. You cannot pay anything. You can't do shit in that game to make yourself better other than play it.
Yeah, that's
buying a character doesn't make you better at the game.
It makes you look cooler.
Yeah, but I mean, just because you look cool doesn't mean you play better. But
I mean, a lot of the characters you have are really cool, though. Like that's probably the only reason why I like playing the game, because you could change any character you want. Literally, you can be anybody you want. Play the game.
That's the only reason I still play that game. Yeah.
It's fun. Like you unlock treasure chest, and then at the same time you're trying to get good guns. You're playing with your friends online. It's a free game. It's a free platform. And then another thing I like about it is it's always upgraded. It's always updated, right? So it's a new season every season, right? Tell us a little bit about the game. You know more about it than me. I just started. Go ahead.
So they do. Obviously, they have a battle pass that you have to pay for that. So you unlock new skins, new gun wraps, characters, everything. So they give you the first 100 levels. You beat that by whatever the time it ends. Then they drop a next season with the new battle pass, new characters, new everything, and then it just keeps upgrading every year. I mean, every season, not every year. So
every season's like what?
They changed the map, they changed the battle pass, everything. It's constantly changing.
Every season's like what, monthly or bi-monthly? Like every 2 months?
No. The seasons when they change them, I say every 3 to 4 months they do a new season, like completely new season with new character, new battle pass, and everything.
So literally season, like so this fall a new one would come out. Pretty
much, yeah. But also within those seasons, they do different updates between and they add new guns, they change them, so it hasn't been the same guns forever. Like they take some guns away, they bring back old guns, and it's dope. So
yeah, man.
I really like it, man.
Another thing I really like about that game is that along with the updates, they change what's it called? Like I think the themes. That's what I was trying to say. Right, so I think the theme one time was like samurai or Japanese theme.
Yep.
And that was really cool when that came out. I don't know if the cars were Japanese. Sometimes they have the same trucks, but definitely the weapons. They had a samurai sword, which was cool at the time.
Yeah, so now this year around Halloween comes to like the Fortnite Halloween event, which is dope. Because around the map, they put these zombies that like chase you. So you could be fighting players or the zombies trying to kill you too. So it's really dope. It's also very, very stressful getting shot by 2 fucking teams, and you got zombies coming at you too. You can't do anything. Like you're blocking their shots, and the zombie hits you one time, and you're dead. Damn, so it's really stressful, but it's a fun time.
Yeah, I mean that's one of the games that I don't want to say I got addicted to, but I wanted to keep playing every time I got on the system, and I haven't felt like that about a game in a while. You know? I think the last game that I was like that about was probably when, man, this is old, but when Mario Kart came out.
Yeah.
Back in the day. Or maybe I'm lying. Maybe it was NBA Street.
Oh, yeah.
NBA Street was an awesome game. Like you play with your friends. It was the NBA players in the game, and you do like and one moves, like dunking on people. Like had different characters. That was cool. But yeah, I mean, I would say definitely Fortnite is one of those games that like you can actually have fun, man.
And they add
You know?
like relatable stuff.
Yeah.
Like they have a bunch of anime characters. They have Marvel. They have DC.
Yeah.
Like random ass characters, like Alien from Alien vs Predator. I have the Predator skin. Like
Yeah.
it's a bunch. Like if like one of the streamers said, if you do not like this video game, he said you are a hater because you literally have no reason to hate on it.
Yeah.
He said you can literally be any character you want.
Yeah, I mean, and along with that, it gives you options, right? Like you can pay to, for the season, like Nomar said, you can pay. I think it's like $9 or something. But like someone like me, I don't pay because I'm really frugal. So Nomar's always like, "Yo, get the battle pass, get the battle pass," and I'm like, "Nah,
No, but
man."
what I tell you is, if you pay for it one time, it gives you enough V-Bucks, like enough game currency, to where you can just buy the next one when it comes out. So all you really have to do is pay it one time, and then you have it forever, unless you just want to buy a skin.
What I have to do is buy it when Rachel's not around, and then
I'm about to gift it to you, bro. What the fuck, man?
and I'll be good. No, but what I do like about it, that I was gonna say, because I'm really cheap. So for like people like me who don't like to pay, sometimes there's free things you can get. Yep. So you get free, free decals, right? Like things you can like you use during the game, like a parachute or something like that. Skins, whatever. You get V-Bucks too if you want to buy certain things later. And then you can do quests. So I think there was like a couple free quests that I did that I got 2 characters for free.
Yeah,
so you don't always have to pay, which was pretty cool to do.
Yeah. And sometimes in the item shop, they even throw out free skins for everybody to have.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's something that a lot more gaming companies should do, is make the games more fun to play, more interactive, and in a way where you can play with your friends where you don't have to pay for something extra. You know?
Yeah.
That's what gaming's about. Gaming is about having fun. And I know it's a business at the end of the day and people got to make money. But how much money is enough money? Right? You're charging people now $80 a game.
Yeah.
You know, back in the day, you know, you could, with $80, you could buy a video game and probably the whole console, right?
Dude.
Now you just get like the regular version where it's like you got to earn everything.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Now the people that did Fortnite are really smart because they just made a really addictive game, put it out for free so everybody can play, and then you can do in-app purchases.
Yeah.
Which I think is really smart, rather than having you pay for the game and then you have to pay for shit in the game. Because if I pay $80 for your game, I want all the shit in it for free. I already paid for it.
Yeah.
You should give me it. I shouldn't have to pay the $80 and go in, like you said, pay for a membership and do all this other stuff. It makes me not want to get the game.
Yeah, like so it kind of reminds me of like Hunt Showdown. Not that you have to make in-app purchases with the game, but within that game, like if you lose in the game, your character dies and you have to rehire him or something for like some type of token money that you earn within the game if you have the money. But if not, it's like you have to pay for all your upgrades with tokens. I hate that, man. It sucks.
Dude, what I hate is that if you die, you lose everything. You lose all your progress.
Yeah, so I'm playing I'm playing the game like scared because I don't want to die and I'm not having fun.
Yeah, man. Like, you can have the character maxed out, you die, you're back at 0.
Yeah, back at 0. Sucks, and you can only hire the character if you have enough money.
Yeah.
And then that's only the character. Then you have to get the guns, the accessories, and all that other crap. So don't get me wrong, it's a fun game, but that aspect of the game does not make it fun.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why I don't play it as much as I want to.
Yeah.
I was playing it today and I lost. They gave me a headshot with the 2 pistols.
Damn. Yeah, man. So now when I get on PC, that's probably the first thing I'm playing for sure.
What, Hunt Showdown?
Oh, yeah. I got my friends that play PC. I got them on it. And remember how I told you the game is made for PC?
Yeah.
So he was telling me it runs so much smoother on PC than PlayStation.
Yeah.
It's so much easier because you're aiming with your mouse. So wherever I move my hand, that's where that gun's going. So yeah I can't wait for that one.
I think what I'll do, I'm pretty sure that the desktop I have can handle all that gaming stuff. So I might even get on there and I just got to get a remote. But you said I can do the Bluetooth, right? The PlayStation remote, PS4 or PS5, PS4.
Whichever, yeah,
Oh,
doesn't
really?
matter.
You might have to show me that so I can.
Yeah,
And along
dude,
with all that, you might have to show me how to get into the PC games and all that. I don't know how to do that stuff.
I don't know either, but as soon as I figure it out, I'll let you know for sure. But also, I was gonna tell you, I used to play Fortnite mobile on my phone.
Yeah.
When I didn't have Wi-Fi, I would just log in on my phone and play it like that. So with that, I could actually connect the PlayStation remote through Bluetooth, and I had my phone screen, and I was just playing with the remote. I could even mirror the phone to the TV and just play like really big.
Yeah, that's great, man.
Yeah, man, it's fire.
Technology nowadays is ridiculous, and I don't mean to sound like an old head, right? Because I keep up with a lot of the trends and a lot of the technology, but I feel like I used to keep up with it way more than what I do now. It's like too much. Even this AI stuff. You heard about all this AI stuff? It's ridiculous.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy.
This guy on TikTok was getting calls from an AI. It sounded like a real lady, but it was like business calls from the AI trying to offer a product. So companies are using that now, AI robotics to call you for like.
Dude, if you call any company now, you have to go through an AI to get to somebody.
Yeah, but the way this AI was sounding was real, like us talking. She was explaining herself like, if I sound like I have a little delay, it's because I'm not a real person. I'm an AI, so just bear with me. Like she was talking like that.
Oh, shit.
It's crazy, like the way that they're thinking now, and it's kind of scary too. Just do me a favor when you get a chance, because I did this too. Go back and watch the Terminator movies.
Yeah.
Just watch them. And it kind of gives you like a perspective of what's going on now and what's going to happen if it continues this way. Because can you imagine that brain in an actual physical form? Like an AI, a robot? The way it thinks and stuff?
Yeah, man.
That's crazy.
I don't know. There was a robot that they built like an AI.
Yeah.
And they took it on a talk show and they asked the AI, how would you take over the world? And it said it would connect itself to a Roombot because that uses Wi-Fi. That it would hack the Wi-Fi system that that's on and then go out like that and just till it takes over the internet, shut everything down, like a bunch of crazy shit. And then it told I think it was Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon. It said, I looked at him and said, I like you. When I take over the world, I'll keep you in my I'm gonna build a zoo for of humans and I'll keep you there. And he was like, what the fuck? The dude that was doing the project that kind of built it, he was like what the fuck? That's off script. And then it laughed and said like, nah, I'm just kidding. But they shut it down right there. Like they stopped the program right there. And I was like, holy shit, dude. So I don't know if that was real or not, but I was like, damn, like if it is real, that's insane.
I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist or nothing like that, but this is how I feel. I feel that in some way, shape, or form, and I always get real spiritual with stuff like this. I feel that the devil is trying to infiltrate, right? Somehow and become a human form. Like, even though it can possess a person, but it would be so much different if you have like millions of robotics and then that mind can get into any one of those at any time it wants to. Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
Like,
it'll be like fucking Avengers Age of Ultron. What's that shit?
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
Crazy.
That's exactly what I was thinking. That's insane. Yeah. I mean, throughout the whole, history of the Bible and mankind, the devil's been wanting to be like God and make creations like God. So maybe this is the only way that he could do it, which is kind of insane if you think about it, because, man, I don't want to go to war with an AI robot. How are you going to kill that thing?
You're no way. Gonna
win. Nowadays they're trying to take away guns and all that stuff. Like, how are you going to defend yourself with like a mop and a broom? Like, an axe maybe. But even then, you kill that robot, and then there's another one down the street, and then the AI, gets into that.
Yeah,
it's crazy, man. There's also another thing.
Not to think about that crazy shit, man.
There's another thing that I saw that AI uses Bluetooth to see. to see through walls and houses and stuff like that. So like, let's say you have Wi-Fi and it disconnects, but you have capability on your phone to do Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. It could use the camera to see through walls and stuff like that, because it's a different signal. It's not like it's almost like infrared, but a little more high tech, where it could see like sonar kind of and through walls and stuff like that. That's insane, man. That's able to do that. So if you're trying to hide from like AI or a robot, it could see through the wall and see where you're at. Through like heat signals and stuff.
I can smell you.
For real. I can smell you and I can hear you. That's crazy, man. It's insane just thinking about it. Talking about movies though, were you able to see that movie last night or no?
No, dude, I have to watch that one and the Continental one, the John Wick one.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna watch both of them tonight, or one tonight, one tomorrow.
Let me know when you see that one, and then we'll talk about it on the next podcast.
Okay, for sure.
If you guys want to watch the film, it came out the 22nd of September, which was yesterday. It's called No One Can Save You, or No One Will Save You, something like that.
No One Can Save You, I think.
No One Can Save You. So it's on Hulu now. If you guys want to watch it, check it out.
Yeah.
So for the next one, if we talk about it, put some comments down there below, and we can answer them.
Yeah.
But yeah,
man, it looks really good.
It's insane. Definitely was a good movie. I don't think Rachel liked it, but I did. Just because I'm into stuff like that. Like I like watching those kind of sci-fi thrillers, kind of, horror like that. And those are the only horrors I'd watch. I don't really watch like demonic stuff like that anymore. I used to, but I don't do it anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this was definitely a good podcast. It's been about an hour. It's an hour and like 2 minutes and some change. I don't know if you wanted to talk about anything else before we go here.
No, not at the moment, man.
I think the next guest that we'll have is a good friend of mine, Henry, and we should be doing that next week. I know we talked about it.
Yeah.
And then we'll be talking about possibly the writer's strike that's going on right now in Hollywood and the actor's strike. But that should be a good topic, a good conversation to talk about.
Again, because of AI, dude.
Probably, yeah. I mean, that's, definitely.
I can have an AI make me whatever I want now on a website. I don't need actors or nothing. Yeah,
I mean, talking about AI, I use the AI, one of the apps, to do captions now, and it does it in seconds. Like, I don't have to sit there and write. Like, that's what I used to do before. You could have to sit there and write it, and then they do the captions for you. But it auto generates it, and then you fix a couple things here and there, like misspellings. I only fixed maybe like 3 for like 10 videos, which is insane. Like it's really precise, but it's also kind of scary because I feel that it's trying to like understand how we talk and how we communicate and how we say certain things and our language, because their language is different than ours. It's like coded. So I don't know. It's weird how they read all that.
Yeah, man.
It's nuts, man. It's getting kind of scary, man. I don't like to really think about it like that, but I would love if AI was more of a tool to help humanity, but I don't think it's going that route. Unfortunately, people have other ulterior motives in this world, So it's kind of scary to think.
Plus, it's learning as it goes.
Yep.
And speaking of that, before we end it, I meant to tell you, this guy created an AI program on TikTok, and he has it playing Super Mario, like the video game.
Yeah.
And it's learning from its mistakes. So it's to the point now, like now the AI by itself, like when you started watching it, it would just run forward and just stay stuck there until it would die. It would start forward and get stuck again until it eventually learned, I have to jump over this thing. Jumped over that thing, and then like a turtle hit it. So it learned like the entire map in like 3 days.
Wow.
So now it's doing the map. Like the AI thing broke the world record because it's just so quick now.
I saw a thing like that, but it was an actual robot doing it with like, I think it was Boston Dynamics, and they were trying to teach it how to go through obstacles without coding it, and it was the same thing. At first, it would keep bumping into things and wouldn't jump. It was like on a treadmill running, and they would throw things at it, and then eventually, it got so crazy to the point that it was doing like backflips. and like jump like crazy, like an animation, bro. That was nuts. But it was an actual robot doing it. I mean, that's crazy, man. Can you imagine that mind with that body doing the same thing? Yeah, you're not gonna beat that, man. Any terrain, it will take over and understand it in like a matter of seconds.
Easy, yeah.
It's insane. People gonna have to hiding in bunkers and stuff like that. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, good talk. Man. Not to ruin the night.
Yeah.
AI's gonna kill you guys. Be careful. Watch out.
They're listening, bro.
But yeah, man, this was a great podcast. Definitely we'll be back next week for sure. Mm-hmm. And we'll try to keep this a little more consistent. We do like to take the summers off just to enjoy the weather again. And it was nice this summer, man. I really got to enjoy the sun, got to see a lot of my family, which was nice. I don't really travel a lot because I live so far away from everybody, but and I know we got to see each other too, which was nice. Mm-hmm. Came down August, and we hung out with Enid and Ed and stuff like that, so that was nice. But yeah, man, definitely a good podcast, and we'll see you next week, guys. Take care, stay blessed, everybody, and thanks everybody for watching. Be safe.
Peace.